All right, so we are here with Natausha Williams. Do you want to tell the people a little bit about what you do?
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm with NMW Financial Group, you guys, and I operate in the finance space. I help people with understanding financial literacy in areas that are wrapped around understanding their credit, right? I help people with their taxes, W-2 employees, as well as small business owners. People maybe have just gotten started out in business, or they're not quite over the hump yet, where they're making tons of money yet. So I help them to be able to do that correctly. Bookkeeping services for entrepreneurs, small business owners as well, and notary services.
A lot of people, especially business owners, are worried when it comes to tax time. What do you think they're most worried about?
Well, I think a lot of people are worried about how much you're going to have to owe to Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Right, and some people are worried because they're not even sure if they've been, have all their ducks in a row,
Mm-hmm. So they need like the proper documents and not lose stuff when it comes to their finances, especially contractors. They go out to eat and send them on, to go to Home Depot, get some plywood. Next thing you know, they're buying energy drinks and stuff like that. As a bookkeeper, they will bring you all of these documents and you'll handle everything for them.
Right. So one of the things that we would do is when we get started with anybody that's a bookkeeping client, I'm gonna need to do a diagnostic review because I need to know, how you've been keeping records. I need to know what is your business set up legally the right way, right? Okay. That's one of the things that's important. Yeah. Do you have a business bank account? How are you getting paid for your business, right? Yeah. Are you separating your personal expenses from your business expenses? Yeah. That's a big thing. So a lot of people operate out of Cash App.
Yeah.
They're in Cash App. They're using their personal bank accounts for business expenses, and that's a big no-no. Yeah. And it makes it a little bit harder when, as a bookkeeper, to try to figure out what goes towards your business and what actually was a personal expense.
Okay. So you mentioned that a lot of people operate out of Cash App. What do you find is the best thing? What's more optimal? Cash App, I don't know what kind of service you would call that, but Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or a traditional business banking account?
In my opinion, honestly, for anything with your business, you really should be having a business bank account.
Okay.
Cash App, Zelle, and different things like that. There's a lot of things that's going in tax laws that are changing now because most people aren't used to them being reported. Yeah. So a lot of people have had income flowing through Cash App and they have it through a personal account. Okay. So there's personal sides and now they have business sides they're trying to get into, and they haven't been having to have that document to file on their forms.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's one of the things that are changing. So now the laws are fluctuating, but they're gonna be required to report that income directly to the IRS. Just like how a business that you're working for, or a W-2 job that you're working for, they report directly to the IRS at the end of the year. Those companies are going to. But to stay safe, I recommend that you open a business bank account. In your business bank account, there's Square. Now that's something that you can actually legitimately use. There's PayPal, those type of services that help you with being able to make sure you're staying on par for everything that's business.
Okay.
For you.
So as a business owner, it's best to use. What about Stripe?
Stripe is a good platform as well.
Okay. So actual business payment receiving platforms, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, yeah. They're set up and they're able to, have there's fees that you're gonna pay.
Yeah.
And then if you have sales tax, like if you offer products, you're selling products and things, you should be taking sales tax out. A lot of people don't understand the difference, and there's certain state requirements that you're having to pay sales tax on. Okay. Like in Oklahoma, you're paying sales tax on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
That's something that a bookkeeper does. I help do that for one of my clients for things that they sell. So I got to look through all the expenses for the prior month, and I got to submit that information over to Uncle Sam.
Wow.
That's something that your bookkeeper is going to help make sure they stay on top of for you, and those types of things.
Okay, so average working people, they file their taxes one time a year. How often do business owners file their taxes?
That's a good question, but typically, depending on what type of business and what type of form you're filing on, you should be filing your taxes or your business taxes. You should be filing them quarterly if you're making over a certain amount of money.
Okay. I know that, bigger companies, they may have bigger expenses and stuff. Would you recommend your services to a small business that's just now getting started, like a startup business?
Yes, I like a small business, startup business, small to medium size. You're under a certain amount of income. You're maybe within a year or two of operating your business. I specialize in that field because I like to take a person from not knowing anything to helping them to kind of understand the intricacies of their taxes and how everything's affected with their business, setting things up the right way. Because I had to learn from, YouTube University. And investing in mentorships and going to conferences and different things like that. So I want to make it easier.
Speaking of events, can you tell them a little bit about your event coming up?
Oh, okay. I'm going to be speaking at an event in June. It's with this Coach Tam is her name, and she has this amazing community. She makes custom-made journals and planners from scratch. And she has this amazing university and this great following of lots of women across the world that come into her group to learn how to make these custom-made handmade journals and these planners. So she's actually bringing me in on the financial side because one of the things that she's noticed as she's, developing the people, they're coming to learn how to make journals, but they don't have their finances in order. They don't have money to purchase the supplies, the expenses to invest into their business. So she's bringing me in as the financial expert to help, people to get their ducks in a row before their business, get them set up the right way, help them learn strategies to, keep more money and, manage it a little bit better.
You hear that, people out there? I know you set up your vision boards and stuff like that, but you didn't set up your finances. That's why Natausha is here to help. Can you tell the people where they can find you?
Yes, so you guys can find me all across social media. I am the finance lady. But my business name is NMW Financial Group. So you can go find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on TikTok, you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm a phone call away.
Alright, so the information will be down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for the noise. We have a live studio audience here. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hopefully you guys aren't getting it right.